that hit #1 on the Hot 100 and even won a Grammy. But now, fans are starting to ask some hard questions. Was the tribute genuine, or was it a way to cover up the guilt? People are looking back at that moment with fresh eyes, wondering if Diddy was just trying to control the narrative before the truth came out.
Of March 9th, 1997, there was a big vibe party at the Peterson Museum in LA. I guess Puffy talked Biggie into actually attending.
Yo, that whole week, man, Puff was like, yo, man, yo, Big, you gotta come to this party. And he was like, yeah, all right, cause now I know why he was calling him Diddy. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right, Diddy, all right. He said, yeah. So then Puff was like, yo, Big, you gotta go to this party. And he wasn't getting the response that he needed from Big to make sure that he was going to the party. So this was real odd. Puff came one day and he had Sally Richardson, her makeup person, and this other chick, I think. And he said, yo, I need D-Rock to ride with me. And then he said, Gene, you stay here with Big. And I was like, which was weird. So D-Rock stayed gone the whole day with Puff. And that never happened, So I guess the chick liked D-Rock or whatever. That's what Puff wanted her to do. And next thing you know, I've gotten phone calls. I got a phone call from Unique from Mecca Audio, right? And Unique from Mecca Audio say, yo, vest up. Those guys is coming to get y'all. I tell Chaz, the day of the party, I spoke to Chaz. He said, yeah, it's gonna be some street shit, bruh. I'm letting you know that. So now, I called my man, I forgot his name D, but I called him, he used to go around with Jodeci. I asked him, was they coming to the party? Cause we going to the Vibe party. And he said, nah, we ain't going.
But wait, it gets even messier. Mase, a former bad boy artist who was close to both Diddy and Biggie, recently hinted at more skeletons in the closet. On his podcast with Cameron, Mase said he's saving my takes on Diddy for a documentary. What does that mean? Well, we can only guess. But if Mase is sitting on more info about Diddy's shady dealings, then this could turn into the biggest scandal in hip-hop history. And remember, Mase wasn't just some minor player at Bad Boy. He was one of the label's biggest stars, right alongside Biggie.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Killer, I'm doing good, man. Reparations is getting closer and closer. I'll be sure to give you your percentage.
I ain't had nothing to do with that money. That's all yours, man. I was on the next boat. Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Closer and closer,
Closer and closer.
Okay.
The big payback.
This has been the last year. Has really kind of been the big payback for you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of last week. You went Destiny.
Yeah.
You went Destiny. You know what happened yesterday, right?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going crazy.
What happened?
I'm gonna let you start. What did you see that happen?
Oh, yesterday was the anniversary of Biggie Smalls' album, 27 years later. That's what I seen yesterday. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that was real. It's amazing that all of this would transpire on that day.
What's crazy is yesterday was Biggie Smalls' 27th anniversary of Life After Death. And it was also the Diplomat Immunity album, 21st anniversary. It's going on. It's going on.
Reparation.
Yeah, man. I was just saying this. That day, yesterday was kind of.
That's eerie, man.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It was
that was crazy.
That's kind of crazy, man. I had no idea that, the internet lets you know, because I don't be knowing these dates for my albums or other people's albums, but they will remind you, man.
Yeah.
That's all you seen?
In a lot.
That's what I seen. That's what I was.
I seen helicopters, all kind of stuff.
Okay.
As all this unfolds, we have to ask the tough question. Was Diddy more than just Biggie's business partner and friend? Could he have been the mastermind behind Biggie's death? The East Coast-West Coast rivalry was brutal in the 90s, with both Biggie and Tupac getting caught in the crossfire. But was Diddy the one pulling the strings? Fans have been debating this for years, but now Biggie's family is demanding answers, and they've got the receipts to back it up.
When me and Puff touched down in California, we were going everywhere. You understand? He got connected with Sally Richardson, and we were going to the movies. We were going to the House of Blues, everywhere. So I called Kirk Burroughs, "Oh, your brains, I thought you said we wasn't going nowhere. Puff is going everywhere, and it's just me and him and the driver." You know, some guys might meet up with us and everything like that, but it was just me and him. He said, "Gene, I'll be out there. Y'all gonna be all right." I said, "All right, cool." Prior to that, I had got a phone call from a guy called Waynesworth Hall. I think it's Waynesworth Hall. His street name was Unique, from Mecca Audio. He was a drug kingpin. He said, "Yo, Gene." Nah, the girl Dawn called me. He said, "Yo, you on the phone." And I said, "Yeah?" I said, "What's up, Unique?" He said, "Vest up," and the phone hung up. Because what happens is, and I found this out, that if the feds find out it's a three-way call, they'll click off. They'll hang up the phone some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So I called Dawn back. Dawn, I said, "Yo, Dawn, who was that?" She said, "I told you that was Unique." I said, "Unique from Mecca Audio?" Now, Dawn used to date Diddy, so I used to she knows a lot of people. So I say to Dawn, "Dawn, that was Unique?" She said, "Yeah, that was Unique from Mecca Audio. He told you, he said they coming out, they coming to get y'all." So I say, "Yo, wow, they coming to get us." So I called Kirk Burroughs. I told Kirk Burroughs we need more security.
And now, with the spotlight back on Diddy, we have to wonder, who else knew about this? Big names like Jay-Z, Jennifer Lopez, and even Oprah have all been connected to Diddy over the years. Could they have known about the cover-up? Were they part of it? And if so, how deep does this conspiracy go? People are starting to talk, and the silence from Diddy's inner circle is deafening.
The music world is numb today, stunned by the violent death of gangster rapper Notorious B.I.G. The tragedy happened here outside of the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles, where the rapper, also known as Biggie Smalls, was attending a Vibe magazine party for the Soul Train Awards. Now, shortly after midnight Saturday, Notorious B.I.G. left the party and got into his car when another car rolled by and shots rang out. At least 5 bullets ripped through the door, killing B.I.G., who was sitting in the passenger seat. Dozens of heavily armed cops arrived on the scene as word of the shooting spread. The bullet holes in Biggie's vehicle are mute testimony to the gang-style drive-by shooting that took the life of the Brooklyn-born rapper, whose real name is Christopher Wallace. Smalls was rushed in his bullet-riddled vehicle to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Dozens of fans, many overcome with grief, held a vigil at the hospital.
They've got a number of individuals that they're speaking to right now, and we're hopeful that we can resolve this matter relatively soon.
These are pictures of the 24-year-old Biggie at the Vibe party just hours before he was killed. Eerie images of a man who had no idea of the violent fate awaiting him. Biggie Smalls was larger than life. The robust rapper was 6'3", almost 300 pounds. He was loud and boastful, known for talking trash. His music was apparently a reflection of his real-life experiences. Biggie made no secret he once lived a life of crime, even selling crack on the tough streets of Brooklyn's Bedford-Stuyvesant section, where he grew up.
Let's rewind back to that fateful evening in LA. Biggie had just wrapped up a night of partying at the Vibe magazine afterparty at the Peterson Automotive Museum, which was buzzing with the who's who of the industry. Rolling in a convoy of SUVs, They didn't expect what was about to go down. When a dark-colored Chevy Impala rolled up to the side of Biggie's vehicle and a gunman fired multiple shots, it was the end of an era. Just like that, the man who gave us some of the most iconic lines in rap history was gone.
Biggie is dead because Tupac lied about being set up. Who believed that Biggie set up Tupac? Did you believe it?
Did I believe it? Nah, I didn't believe it. But Tupac, he never said that Biggie set him up. He just wanted Biggie to tell him who was behind it.
I get it because a lot of people didn't feel Biggie had anything to do with the studio shooting. And then Pac vocally was like, didn't it shot? You know, he set me up, or they set me up, or he knew about it. They knew about it and they didn't tell me. That's what he said. Him and Puffy was upstairs in the other studio, and they knew that somebody was gonna come in there to rob Tupac that night, and they didn't tell him. I don't think I even believe that. That's just my opinion. Would Biggie still be dead if he didn't come to LA to promote? Me, personally, I would have never came. Because if I know the whole city is not liking me right now, and I get it, are they playing my songs? And everybody love Biggie. Of course, we love Biggie. We did. You know, I banged Biggie Smalls. But on some rap no.